Hey, Michelle, I'm so glad to meet with you today. We've been talking about a lot of stuff over the last few months, and I just wanted to have a conversation about some of the big topics that we've been debating. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Tom. Pleasure to be here.
So, Michelle, one of the things that is one of my favorite topics, whether it's in my company or watching store managers, is looking for leaders out of your staff. I think the convenience industry is such a great place to build a career. What what do you look for when you're looking at your staff to find the next leader?
What I am looking for a leader is somebody who takes initiative, goes out there without asking, knows what they're supposed to be doing, helps guide the other staff members, and it helps run the daily day of the operation. That's what I see when I am looking for a leader.
Well, just to follow up on that, when you find somebody that's showing those traits, what happens if they got a couple flaws? How do you, like maybe they come in late in the beginning, or maybe they got a little snarky attitude. Are there any deal breakers, or I mean, because there's no perfect candidate. How do you handle that?
Well, what I try to do first is get to know them personally. You've got to know your staff personally before you can even consider of making them a leader. Find their characteristics, find a work ethic. Are they willing to go above and beyond? And that's when you have little meetings with them, one on one to find out who they really are and what they really want to do for the company.
Hmm. Okay, Michelle, you got me intrigued. So you're getting to know your staff. You're looking for certain characteristics about, taking the initiative and work ethic. What's the time? What's the fastest you've ever had to identify someone, and what's the longest period of time? What's that range of time for seeking out these young leaders?
Well, I try to give it a little bit of time. Sometimes you can see somebody's a great leader in the very beginning,
Hmm.
but then they kind of slack off. And sometimes that shows their true characteristic. So I like to get to know the person that I would like to make a leader first. My shortest was a couple months. Um, my longest, now I've only been a manager here at this store for a year. My longest, I would say about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. So not terribly long, but the consistency is important. So that's one of the reasons why you stretch it out to make sure it's not just that initial enthusiasm that might
Right.
drop. Awesome. All right. I think this is a different topic, but related, I believe, from what you said. Team morale. But you've told me some like you guys are breaking records in your store, and you've had challenges in your store. What what's the key? How important is store morale, and what's the key for keeping it going?
The most important thing about morale in a store is if you don't have a great team, your customers are going to see that. And it's very important that when a customer walks into your store, that they see people smiling, having a good time, greeting each person, even if it's just for just a few moments. It's very important. Our morale here is wonderful. We do our jobs, but we still have fun. If you can't have fun at work, it really makes it tough.
Hmm. So you picked out greeting customers as the key indicator of morale. Tell me a little bit more about that.
We have here at our store a lot of regular customers, and they're used to coming in, being greeted. But what's really important is when we have a new customer come in, we want
Hmm.
them to come back. So you got to treat your new customers the same as you treat your regular customers. Then they're like, hey, this place is pretty nice. Cashiers are great. They ask me how my day was. I'm going to come back to this store. And that's what's important. A customer, first thing they see when they walk in our store is our staff. Your staff has to make a good impression. Makes the store and our company looks like we care for them.
Okay, so greeting the customer, and you said smile. My mom used to say, "Smile and the smile, world smiles with you. Cry and you cry alone." I love that. So how do you get people to smile?
Well, what I do to make them smile, I just ask them how their day is, and they might be a little grumpy, and I'll say something like, well, you know what, if there's anything we can do over here for you to make you smile, you just let us know, and we'll keep doing it until you smile at us.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to switch pretty hard here. So we've got young leaders. So we they know you care about them. You're checking in with and you're making it fun. So that sounds like a good place to work. Now you got the reality. You guys have made a huge investment, a beautiful store, beautiful kitchen, and you got to drive food sales. So tell me a little bit about. I mean, I know food is one of your passions and your strengths. Tell me how you're going about making food so successful.
Well, we look at our customer base and the environment around us. That's the most important thing when you're in food service. You have to make sure that food is in there that your customers are going to want. We get a lot of construction workers, people on the go that need to eat in their car. So we have to provide those type of items for them. Our
No,
food sales
wait
here
a
are
minute. You
great.
said eat in your car, but one of your big breakfast sellers is that biscuits and gravy, sausage and gravy biscuits.
They eat them in their car.
Oh my golly.
Yes.
Okay. Very
And
good.
we sell those all day long. We just don't serve those for breakfast.
So getting to know your customers. So how often do you all change the food menu?
We do have a Monday through Friday menu. Mondays, smash burgers. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, barbecue beef sandwich. Thursdays are manager's special, whatever they want to make. And then we
Mm.
have our big fried chicken Friday. But the thing is, we don't just make them on those days. If somebody comes in, say, hey, I know you make smash burgers on Monday. Can you make me one? Of course we will. That is what's important is if they will come in and they ask for something that we don't have made that day, we go out of our way to make it for them, make them feel special, that we're listening to them. And that's how we keep getting repeated customers. I personally have a customer will pull me out of the office just to make their breakfast.
I love it. Now, you had some amazing records. Now, the company's invested in the store, they've invested in leadership, they've invested a lot,
Yes.
but the sales are just really impressive, right? What do you, how did you get those numbers for your daily sales to grow as big as they did? What is there one trick or what somebody that's trying to grow sales with food and everything else? What are you looking back over the summer when you hit these goals? How did you do it?
Well, one, we have a White River Amphitheater up here. They do concerts every summer. That is really big for us. We've also, this year, I started doing raffles with our products. That helps with our upselling and getting our product out there. Um, we have businesses in our area that are C stores that come to our store just to eat our food.
Huh.
We have a really good reputation around here with our food and the variety of things that we do for our customers.
So let me see if I summarize this well. Community engagement, special promotional things, destination food, and this friendly attitude.
Yes.
All right. Well, to wrap this up, Michelle, we have this tradition whenever we talk to strong store managers. What advice would you give to a young person, or maybe not a young person, that's thinking about making a move towards convenience store manager? What are the keys? Why would you do it, or what are the keys that you would say, hey, you might really like this? What if someone's looking inside themselves? What are the things that you would recommend might be the indicators that convenience management would be for
If
you?
you're looking to go into management in a C store, even when you're having a bad time or things are getting hard, like personally for me, don't give up. Keep going, because in the long run, all of so-called failures or mistakes you make, you also are learning from them. It will make you a stronger and a better manager. And that's what I've learned personally. I've had some struggles and I'm overcoming them. And when I look back now, there are things that I had to learn. You have to fail to learn, and then you move on from there.
Michelle, thank you so much for sharing a bit of your experience today. Congratulations on all these records you're setting, and look forward to continue to work together with you.
Thank you, Tom. It's been a pleasure. A lot of fun.